Hello Slick students and welcome. If you're seeing this video, that likely means you're new to Salt Lake Community College in our architecture program. And this video is to help you download software. So one thing I want you to know that's very important before we continue is that everything at Salt Lake Community College in terms of software for our program is completely free. So you don't need to pay a penny for any programs. There are some exceptions that pop up. However, we have those resources available on campus in our architectural computer labs. So you don't have to worry about paying anything for software. So in this video, I'll have timestamps that will appear right now in this corner, and we'll go over the basics of downloading software you may need in likely all of your classes or some of your classes, and maybe you won't need it in one of your classes. But this software will be provided for you, and I'll show you all the logins and how to get that software downloaded on your computer. And then I will also show you how to access programs using a remote desktop through Slick. So if you prefer to work on a MacBook, I can show you how you can access a numerous amount of programs that way. Okay, let's get into it, and I will see you in the first tutorial. Thanks. In this segment, we'll be talking about Autodesk products, so that includes anything like AutoCAD or Revit. There's also other products that are included under that umbrella, but for what we'll be using the architecture program, CAD and Revit are the big ones. So when you're downloading, make sure to download the regular CAD instead of architecture CAD. That's what we'll be using mostly. However, your instructor may request architecture CAD, so you'll need to check on the syllabus and see what's required for your course. So the first thing you'll do is you'll log on to autodesk.com, and then you'll go to sign in. And then when we sign in, you'll hit create an account, and it is incredibly important here that you use your Slick email. Okay, do not use your personal email. If you use your personal email and you go back and you try to make a new account with your Slick email, it'll lock you out and you will not be able to use the software for about 12 to 18 months. I've seen it happen, so please, please, please make sure you're using your Slick credentials to log in. And by that, I just mean email. So put in your first and last name and email, and then once we're in there, I will log into my account. Now that we're done with that, what we'll go to is we'll go under products and we'll go architecture, engineering, and construction, and we'll hit this portion. And with what we're doing right now, we have what's called an educational license. And so if we click here, it'll go over all the products and you can see more information on them. But for downloading, what we can do is we can go back to where we were under products, and then we can hit download your software. And keep in mind, this website changes monthly, so that button may be in a different place, so just use critical thinking skills to locate that. But once I have that, what I'll do is I will find my desired software and I will hit download, okay? So you may be AutoCAD, so hit install, and then it could in fact be Revit. So make sure that you are selecting the correct software, and you can download just like that. And if you don't see your products, you can hit add products here, and then you can go through and hit select. And it may give you 18 to 24 hour waiting period before it gives you access, so make sure to plan ahead. And if you're unable to get that access, go ahead and use that remote desktop that I'll show you later in this video, and that will help you. So that's how you download AutoCAD and Revit. It's very simple, completely free. Just make sure that we're using our Slick email there, okay? I'll be showing you how to download Adobe products, and that includes but is not limited to products like InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, and Lightroom. For some of your courses, you'll be using maybe one or two of those or a mix. Some courses you may not need them, but I'll show you how to download them. It's very simple and it's repetitive on how to do that. So you'll log in with your Slick email. So I'm going to do that, and if you don't have one account created, go ahead and click create an account, and that's super important that we are using our Slick email there, okay? Because that'll make all the products free. Once we log in, we'll hit the home screen, and then after that we'll go to apps. And so there's a few approaches to this, so I want you to pay attention closely. What you could do is you could hit download on any of these different softwares, and that's totally fine. However, what I recommend doing is downloading what's called Creative Cloud. So search that in the bar above. And then once you go below in Creative Cloud, you'll be able to click on that, and you'll be able to hit download. And then once we start downloading that, we can open that and we can download all the programs through that. And the reason I like that is because it's a handy desktop app that will allow us to do things more conveniently. And if you prefer, you can always download directly through the website, like I showed you, but just by hitting download on each app. So it's very user-friendly. The biggest thing here is making sure that we are using our Slick email, okay? And that'll ensure that everything's free. And if you have any issues and it's asking you to pay for it, what I'd like you you to do is I'd like you to email our help desk, and I will put that email up down here below. And email our help desk and they will solve that for you. Unfortunately, your professor does not have the power to do that. That is something that the IT help desk will have to navigate and fix. So those are all the programs here. You can see you have access to all of this. It's all free, so please take advantage of it. And keep in mind, you can also use this on the remote desktop, which I will show you later in the video. For this segment, we'll be focusing on RAS Desktop, also called Parallels here at Slick, and this will allow you to access a remote desktop from your own personal computer. So if a certain software is not working or you're having some issues, this is a great way to resolve that. So the first thing that we'll do is we'll log on to ras.slick.edu, and once we're there, we will go into class desktops, and for architecture, if you're working on Revit or CAD, you'll always want CAD desktop. And then any kind of Adobe products, you'll want Adobe. So that'll include InDesign, Illustrator, anything like that. So you wait for this to connect. And then once that connects, you'll want to hit full screen. And once we're in there, just give it a minute. It's downloading, it's giving you all the information, and you can hit dismiss there if that pops up. But this will give you a fully functioning desktop, as if you are in the computer lab on the 3rd floor of the technology building. So this is a great tool to use if something's not quite working on your computer and you're in a pinch, or you're using a Mac. So this will give you a PC interface that will be within a web browser window. So I always recommend using the web browser instead of downloading the parallel software. It's just a little bit easier and user-friendly. But here you can see I have my desktop, and then I can just log in and open Revit or CAD or whatever I desire.